Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the In the Ring Show with your host, Devious Damien. Before I get into what I'm going to talk about, I want to say this. I'm wearing this hoodie in tribute to Trayvon Martin, who was sadly gunned down in Florida a few weeks ago. So, Trayvon, rest in peace. George Zimmerman, fuck you. Anyway. So this is my review for tonight's Smackdown. 2 matches. Zack Ryder beats Drew McIntyre with the Rough Rider. Chris Jericho beats Kofi Kingston with the Walls of Jericho. And the rest of it was spent basically hyping WrestleMania, showing like the fan access, and showing, some of the things that led up to some of the WrestleMania matches. So, that was in essence what happened on Smackdown tonight. And it took me less than a minute to tell you that. So, with that said, there is something I want to apologize for to all my viewers. I want to apologize for the fact that I know I've been slacking on doing some of my reviews as of late. I've missed a couple Smackdowns. I didn't do TNA review. I apologize for that. Just with work and other things going on in my life, I don't always have the time to do these reviews. Because unfortunately, sometimes life gets in the way of, this YouTube thing that I do. So, if I don't always get to a review, I apologize, and I will do them, whenever I have the time. Which I do the majority of the time, but like I said, sometimes I just don't have the time. So, now that I've pretty much given my little Smackdown review, I guess what I'm going to talk about is my predictions for WrestleMania. Cena's going to win. Taker's going to win. I hate to say it, but I have a bad feeling Team Johnny's going to win. I think that Cody Rhodes is going to beat the Big Show. I'm thinking the World Heavyweight Championship's going to change hands. CM Punk's going to retain. Maria Quesadilla, Maria Menudo, Maria Taco, Maria... whatever the fuck her name is, I don't fucking know. It doesn't fucking matter. Her name could be Maria Quesadilla and nobody would give a shit, but anyway. And Kelly against even Beth, Maria Taco Bell or Maria Menudo or Cheesy Gordita Crunch or whatever her last name is.
Menudos.
Yeah, you call her that, and that Cheesy Gordita Crunch Taco. What's the difference? It's all Mexican. Anyway, but yeah, Kelly and Maria are gonna win that match. So, yeah. I'm trying to think. Am I leaving anything out? I don't think I'm leaving any matches out, am I? No, I don't think so. So, anyway. So, I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. And it's going to be... I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. If I'm forgetting any matches, I'm just kind of doing it off the top of my head here. So, if I'm forgetting any, just, comment down below. Say, hey, what about this match? And I'll give you my opinion. Now, me and my broadcast partner, Devastating Deb, who is not on camera with me, but before this video started, we started this little debate about whether or not Triple H should end the streak. She's for Triple H ending the streak, whereas I'm not. And she thinks that Triple H should be the one to end the streak, because she thinks it should be a battle of 2 legends, with a 3rd legend being the special guest referee, and Undertaker should go out in some kind of blaze of glory. Well, I half agree. I do think Undertaker should go out in a blaze of glory. However, I don't think it should be to Triple H. And part of Deb's philosophy is that, with the exception of John Cena, there is nobody else.
I didn't say he was.
Well, okay. She never actually said it, but she agreed with me. That John Cena is unfortunately the only real star that they have that could actually, at least at the current time, could be against the Undertaker at next year's WrestleMania. I personally think that it should be a guy that doesn't need the victory. I think they should give it to a guy who has star power written all over him and just needs, excuse me, sorry about that, who just needs that one victory, that one little push to, like, mega stardom. And beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania can do that. Guys who I really feel need that, Wade Barrett. And I've done a video like this before, but Wade Barrett, Drew McIntyre. Some people say Drew McIntyre is a waste of a contract. I disagree.
He's amazing.
Maybe even Sheamus.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some people say Jericho. I disagree with Jericho. Only because I think Jericho was only really brought back to feud with CM Punk. I think that was the main reason for bringing him back. I think pretty much
with the history of WrestleMania, with the way they bring back people.
Yeah.
Just for one night stand.
So I think that Jericho, once the feud with CM Punk concludes, I don't see WWE doing much with him after that. Like, I think they only brought him in because, of the whole best in the world versus best in the world thing. So, they kind of want to have that little feud, cash in on it while they can. So, I think that's why he was brought in. Personally, I don't see him making much of a difference after WrestleMania. Jericho, I mean, they might use him sparingly here and there, but WrestleMania is what his big hurrah is going to be in his tenure in the WWE this time around. So, I don't think Jericho is going to be the one to do it. I don't think Triple H should be the one to do it. Give a younger guy, one guy who, like I said, has star power written all over him and just needs that one big push to megastardom. Cena doesn't need it. He'll probably get it, but he doesn't need it, at least not in my opinion. Like I said, give it to one of the younger up-and-comers. Give it to Barrett, give it to Sheamus, give it to McIntyre, give it to... I don't know. Hell, I'd even go as far as say give it to Daniel Bryan. Fuck. Alberto Del Rio. Give it to somebody who needs it. And, personally, go ahead, Devastating. What were you going to say?
I want to see them do more with CM Punk. Make him an even bigger star than what they have so far.
Actually... See, they have had CM Punk versus Taker before, but they did it in kind of a stupid way. Like, basically what happened with CM Punk versus Taker before was Teddy Long screwed Taker, then they had a rematch, and Taker won. And what I think needs to happen is maybe, like, I don't know, figure out some way to have them feud. Like... I don't know. Maybe have something where, actually, here's how I would do it. Perfect scenario. Even if you don't necessarily have to have CM Punk keep the belt all the way up until next year's WrestleMania, but even if you have him lose it, make sure he has it make sure he's WWE champion for next year's WrestleMania, at least a month or two before. Here's why. You have Punk cutting a promo saying that he's the best in the world and nobody's going to beat him for the title, yada, 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 so on, so forth, and whatever. So then, you have The Undertaker pop up on the Titantron, or maybe even come in the ring and cut up and say something like, he wants to go out on top with a title, he wants to go 21-0 and retire with a WWE Championship. So he challenges CM Punk at WrestleMania. So... then you have CM Punk versus Taker at Mania, and Punk retains the title, and the torch gets passed to CM Punk. And that's what I feel the streak ending should be. It should be a passing of the torch. And, I feel that Cena going over The Rock, while necessary, I feel it's being done for the wrong reason. They're trying to pass the torch. And The Rock keeps saying in his promos he has to beat Cena to be known as the best of all time, saying he beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. He beat Hulk Hogan. Now he, excuse me, has to beat Cena. Last I checked, Cena is not on Hogan's or Austin's level. He is not. He never will be. I don't care what anybody says. Facts are facts. And no, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Cena hater. No, it's the truth. Even if I was the biggest Cena fan ever, it would still be the truth. And quite frankly, here's another thing that makes me sick about the fact that this business decision, and that's all it is, it's a business decision, is being made to put The Rock, or put Cena over on The Rock. Because, do you think Cena appreciates it? No, he doesn't appreciate it at all. Cena, I bet you anything, Cena thinks he's entitled to be made by The Rock. Let me tell you something, Cena, you ain't entitled to shit.
I think part of your opinions is just due to your hate. I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree, I'm just saying your hate powers your opinions.
Yeah, you're partially right. I won't deny it. But I don't think Cena would appreciate it. I think Cena actually believes he's a bigger star than The Rock.
But why do you think that? Where's your proof?
I think when he comes out and he says, I'd say I respect The Rock, but I don't. Who the fuck is John Cena?
It's a work.
In this case, I don't think so. When he said that, I don't think it was.
What about all the shit talking that Rock was doing?
I'm sorry.
That's okay, but when Cena shit talks, no.
When you reach a level of stardom that The Rock has reached, when you're on The Rock's level, you've earned the right to shit talk, okay? Cena, in my opinion, has not reached The Rock's level. The only reason he's as popular as he is because during the PG era, and kids think his shit doesn't stink.
Like everyone says, Cena feels on this PG shit. The Rock was king back during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
It's not The Rock's era anymore.
Yeah, and it's only because a bunch of clueless kids think John Cena's shit doesn't stink.
Well, why don't you write to McMahon and tell them they need to change their shit back from PG?
You know, this PG crap is getting old. I mean, they're kind of blurring a little bit towards the Attitude Era with some of the things they've been doing as of late, but
Rock has helped that a lot.
Yeah, and Jericho's promos have kind of helped a little too.
Yeah.
But the only reason that they have Cena doing this Rise Above Hate thing is for this anti-bullying campaign they're doing. Which I'm not against that, but how coincidental is it that Cena's going out there week after week and preaching Rise Above Hate, Rise Above Hate, Rise Above Hate. Just a week after WWE starts this bullying campaign? Can we say kiss ass? Just saying. Anyway, those are my thoughts about SmackDown, WrestleMania, The Streak, Rock versus Cena. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe, like the video, comment. Oh, and one more thing. Even though I predict that Team Johnny will win, who do I want Team Teddy to win? Well, in the words of my favorite member on Team Teddy, woo, 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 you know it. For the In the Ring Show, this has been Devious Damien and my off-screen broadcast partner, Devastating Deb. Good night, everybody.